Do you want a 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500 ZR2? Well, you might want to watch this video. Oh yes, I have some allocations that are available at a dealership. Now, if you haven't been watching the last videos I've done, I was trying to get an AT4X and we had a hard time getting an allocation on one. So I did have one of my other dealers, Seiner Chevrolet, just put me on a list for a ZR2 just in case I couldn't get an AT4X, but I was able to get an AT4X, and so now there are some ZR2s available. So we're gonna go over the colors, some of the specs in this video. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your bell notification on. Let's go ahead and jump over to the dealership. You guys are gonna meet Keith, and he's gonna kind of explain some of the process on these trucks, and then I'll give you guys a few things to think about at the end of this video. All right guys, so I'm at the dealership with one of the sales managers here, Keith. You guys have seen him before, and listen.
Hey guys.
He's gonna explain these daggone allocations because I want to make sure you guys get it from the horse's mouth. Like, how many cars do you order typically in a month?
Oh, it varies on how many GM gives us in allocation. So every Thursday we have new allocation, and basically they tell us what we can build that week. Once it's built, we typically will see it in about 8 weeks.
Okay.
Or once we've filled the allocation, put in orders, it's about 8 weeks later before we see the vehicles. It varies week to week. Sometimes we get 1 ton, sometimes we don't. Every once in a while we'll get a Corvette here and there. Sometimes we'll go months in between getting a Corvette. There are a handful of items that are pretty tough. Tahoes and Suburbans have been really tough for the past couple of years. Yeah. But you know, GM's rolling really well with half tons right now. And you know, there's a lot of 1 tons and 3/4 tons being built as well, and or that have been built that are inbound to dealers at this point.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned yet in the video, but Keith does have 3 allocations that you've already actually built out.
Yes.
So yeah, so he got 4. One of them I've already sold. So you want to kind of discuss like.
So with the 2500 ZR2, we did get allocation for 4 of them. One was a pre-sold order. I actually have a few others that are pre-sold orders that the customers want the Bison package, but when we received allocation, we don't get to build whatever we want. They'll give us, you know, they'll say you can build 4 of this, but at the time the Bison package wasn't available. So we built 4 out. The 4 of them don't have the Bison. 1 pre-sold, and I have 3 inbound that are still available.
Okay, 3.
3.
One of which is sterling silver.
I have sterling gray.
I
have black, and I have white.
Okay.
And they're the ZR2 2500 diesel, standard box, crew cab. These are hot vehicles. And they'll sell before they get here.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say too, guys, is like you just heard, they will sell before they get here. So once those hit the website, they're probably in what, 3300 status. So they've pretty much been picked up to be built. They're scheduled to be built, right?
Or in production.
Or in production. Yes. There you go. So once those hit the website, they're gone. Because I guarantee you, when people, once people see them on the website, because right now they're not on the website.
No.
They're not on the website. So once they hit the website, guys, I'm telling you, if you do want to get a ZR2, there's 3 of them available, 3 different colors. And one thing I'm going to probably talk about at the end of this video is I probably would skip the AV Bison package personally because it's a lot of money, and we'll discuss that in a second, but yeah.
Well, the Bison package, it dresses up the truck nice.
It does.
It's some nice bumpers and a little stitching on the seats and some small touches. But I wouldn't hold off on buying one because you're not getting the Bison package. You can take that money and really put bumper kits on it that are similar. There's a lot of different product out in the marketplace right now where you could dress it up yourself for the same amount of money and customize it a little bit more to your liking if you like.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, Justin.
And what's your cell phone number real quick?
My direct line is 801-952-5811.
All right, if he doesn't pick up, leave a message.
Leave a message, I'll get back to you. You don't text to that number.
Okay, that's the direct number, so that's the office number. So be sure if he doesn't pick up, leave a message.
Absolutely, and I do return my calls.
Awesome. So there you have it, guys. You heard it here first. 3 ZR2s, and I am excited about the Chevy. So when they do get to the dealership, I am going to try to do a video on one of them at the very least, and it'll be kind of cool to kind of hopefully get my AT4X first. That way I can put them side by side. That'd be so cool to kind of see the differences, just like in the interior. And of course, everything else on the outside is going to be kind of similar. But yeah, the interior is where the AT4X wins. Although I will say I do like the overall styling of the ZR2 because it looks more rugged. But if you would like to jump on one of these orders, let me just tell you this really quickly. There's 3, and when this video drops, I'm pretty sure at least one person is going to jump on one of them pretty quickly. So there might be only 2 left at this point. So be sure to call Keith at his desk line. He's off typically on Tuesdays. So pretty much if he has late day in or early day out, you should be able to catch him around noontime for sure. But I would not wait around if you would like to get a ZR2. But I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, AEV package. So here's why I probably would skip it. If you think about the overall cost, I don't know what it is for the Chevy. It's like $9,300 for AT4X, but what is it for Chevy? This is just the standard ZR2, and again, it looks pretty nice. So as you guys heard, really quickly too, and while I'm on here, I'll show you guys the color. So sterling gray, I call it sterling silver because I think that's what they call it at the GMC side of the house. But yeah, this is sterling gray. This is the one I was gonna take. I was gonna take sterling gray, but as you heard, they have a white available and they have black. I already have a white truck, so I figured I wasn't gonna take a second white truck. So, and I've had a lot of black trucks, so I wanted to go ahead and do something different on that side of it too. So sterling gray was the next best color. And this is a really nice color too, by the way. Slate gray is that thunderstorm gray that the GMC has, so it's basically the same color, but this is the one that's already pre-sold. Now, as far as the Bison edition goes, here it is, $9,135. So hopefully you guys saw the difference there, but yeah, you get a different style wheel, you get the front bumper, there's no winch, as I said, there's no winch, and you get the rear bumpers. There's some skid plates that you get, and as Keith said, you get some extra stitching. Here's my humble opinion. The wheels that you get with the AEV, they're nice, but the ones that come on the ZR2 standard are just as nice. And if they came from the factory with Steelies, I could kind of see the Bison package being a benefit. And if the bumpers were like chrome or something like that, I could definitely see that Bison package being a benefit. But they're taking off the wheels that are already nice, and they're giving you a different style wheel from AEV. And the bumpers, as I said, they're just swapping off some more off-road bumpers. They're not giving a winch with this package. So apart from bumpers that they're swapping off, wheels that they're swapping off, and just embroiderment that says AEV Bison, is that really worth $9,100? That's the question I will ask you guys. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think if you go online, I think Ram has parts available through AEV. The front bumper's like $2,700. The rear bumper's like $2,000. So hey, you still have to take your bumpers off, obviously. So think about installation, but you can still sell the bumpers on your truck and make money off of them. And that's my only opinion here is I feel as though they need to do more for that package. Like give you a winch. I mean, hey, Ford even gives you a factory winch. And Ram with the Power Wagon, it comes standard. And with the new Rebel truck, you get the winch. So this is where I think GM needs to stop being greedy. So if it were me, I would not let that package hold me up. Just like you heard Keith say, you could do a lot of stuff aftermarket and still get the same benefits as AEV. But don't get me wrong, AEV has the best style bumpers. I don't like anyone else's bumpers other than them. If I were to go off-road bumpers, it would 100% be AEV. But as I said in the video earlier, be sure to reach out to Keith if you would like to buy one of these trucks. There are 3 available: slate, gray, white, and black. And they don't have the AEV package on them, so yeah, be sure to stay to the end. I'll show you guys the spec sheets, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and just lock in, because as I said, as these trucks make their way to the dealership, I will try to do some videos on them, and hopefully if I have a chance, I'll try to get my AT4X up against one too. So here's the spec sheet for the slate gray. Here's some of the options and features. They're pretty much base for the most part. And up next is the black one. And so this one's $86,000 and the white one's the same price. I'm not sure why the slate gray is a little bit cheaper. It's like $85,005. Lastly, as I said, here's the white one. Be sure to remember the order numbers, and when you call Keith, you can give that to him. That way he knows what truck you're talking about.